Hello, my friends, my family, my esteemed colleagues. Here I am in an early morning. I'm traveling, now being in Lima. So, just to show you, this is basically how Lima looks all the time. This is the weather. This is always gray. And you see me first time bundled because it is cold here, coming from the jungle of Tarapoto, now coming here to Lima. But this video is going to be about hydration, because hydration is extremely important. Because as you are following my my blogs and my videos, now you can see that basically one thing that is in common to I think every or just about every chronic disease is inflammation. And as I have explained, that inflammation is directly related to cellular dehydration. Now, I also explained that cells do get dehydrated because they refuse to start their osmotic pumps, which they utilize not only for hydration but also to absorb the nutrients. So when they do not hydrate, this is a cause for a variety of problems, of which dehydration is slow but definitely a crucial problem. If you notice, majority of people, when they become really old, they become not only wrinkled, but they also are skinny. They're almost like skin and bones. And they die not because they're sick. They die from dehydration. Now, to be able to cleanse our blood, because cells do not absorb anything when blood is toxic, blood and lymph. So to cleanse the blood so that cells will start hydrating, well, we have to first make sure that there is enough plasma in the extracellular liquid, which is either plasma or blood. How do we do that? By providing sufficient amount of minerals, because plasma, and we call our blood plasma, is water with minerals. If there is not enough minerals, simply the level of plasma will be lower in the body. The lower level of plasma there is, a lower rate of detoxification, of cleansing of blood will happen. Why is this so? Because organs to cleanse the blood need water, and water comes from this plasma. So once when you're eliminating stuff, you will be eliminating not only water, but certain amount of minerals will be gone as well. Though kidney is not the only cleansing organ, it's our primary cleansing, blood cleansing organ, but then you have also secondary, very potent cleansing organ is mucosal tissue, inner skin that covers lungs and digestive system. And the third cleansing organ that loses least amount of water while cleansing is our skin. And when you have problem with skin, it's because your blood is toxic. So putting some creams and what they sell, to go to dermatologist and he futzes with you, he or she knows absolutely nothing about the problem. This is why chronic skin diseases are happening. Again, I'm not only blaming our experts. This is the system that is creating this ignorance. But we should open our eyes and just start looking around. I'm 15 years or longer, I'm talking about these things. Very few doctors listen. They used to laugh. Now they're starting to listen. So, how do we cleanse blood? And how do we cleanse ourselves? Well, as I said, raising the level of plasma, not water. Many argue, especially the alternate medicine experts, they argue that to cleanse blood or the body, we have to use rainwater. We have to use demineralized, distilled water because it has a higher absorption, which means then you can eliminate faster the toxin. Well, this is so from a childish point. What I say childish point, it's a point of partial knowledge. Because although the absorption of distilled water is much higher than of water that already has particles in it, this doesn't mean that body is going to cleanse faster. Why not? Because I have mentioned that body is electric, and for electricity to flow it needs ionic state. What is plasma? Water plasma. Water plasma is water in ionic state, and to be in ionic state it needs cations in its electrolytes. Now, I have mentioned that blood, basically whatever is in blood is in a state of cation, is positively charged. So we are being told not to eat salt or eat as little as possible. And then if you have health problem, especially circulatory or kidney problems, zero salt. Well, this is gonna kill you. And it's killing us. But we don't know it because it's a slow process. It's a slow process of dehydration. Why we are being sold this bill of goods? Again, because we are following the indoctrination tactics. There was a man in France in the early 40s, René Quinton, that experimented on dogs, on street dogs that were almost dying, full of mange, sickly. And he would lay them down, he would bleed them, and then pump them with seawater to see what happens. And for a day or two, they were in kind of seizure form, laying and twitching. The third day, they all got up and start walking. And not only that, all of a sudden, their health would start improving on every level. So René Quinton start taking a sickly orphans that were about to die and started changing their blood with what he called sea plasma. Sea plasma, you can buy it now. It's a big deal. Wow, again, people making money. Okay, what is sea plasma? 1 part of seawater, 2 or 3 parts of distilled water. Why I say 2 or 3 parts? Because it doesn't really matter. More salt, the merrier. Why? Because body has a perfectly functioning system of calibration. And it is going to calibrate, eliminate what is surplus, keep what it needs, as long as things are available and as long as it has water. So you can have as much salt as you want, as long as you have water with it. Because he was so successful in healing all kinds of diseases. As soon as he died, all his centers were closed down and bashing of salt hyped up. Now you know why. Seawater is your basic medicine. Now, especially doctors, when you mention, wow, you have circulatory problems, drink water with sea salt or seawater. Well, but I'm hypertensive, it's going to raise my tension. Well, it's not going to. These are stupid stories. If drinking seawater or water with sea salt rises your blood pressure, it will do it with salt or without salt. Drinking water will do it. Why? Because your circulation is compromised, your arteries are stiff, they do not dilate, so they cannot control the pressure. So as your heart pumps, it pumps in the pressure and it's being noticed. Once, if you have a flexible, elastic arteries, they work like a shock absorber. So they minimize the pressure increase. But if those cells are dry, they become stiff. Your arteries that form, the cells that form the arteries become stiff. And your blood pressure goes up. And now, how do we keep pressure down? Doctor says, oh, you are hypertensive, boom, diuretic. So let's urinate more water. Of course, less water you have in the pipe gets softer. Same with blood vessels. But this decrease of water actually prevents further cleansing of your blood, which makes you more toxic and prone to bigger health problems. So, again, how do we solve this problem? By drinking water with sea salt. It's the simplest way. This way you raise your cations and your water. And very quickly, within 48 hours, your body starts cleansing your blood. How do you know it? Well, because the color of your urine changes, color and smell. Then you may get diarrhea. If you are really very toxic, you will get also nausea and vomiting. Why? Because mucosal tissue is your cleanser as well. And if the toxicity was above the primary level, which is being taken care of by kidneys, then the secondary system goes in action just to speed up the cleansing process. And usually during the night is stronger, so when these toxins from your blood are being pushed out through your mucosal tissue, they are being pushed through a mucus. And this mucus accumulates then in your stomach and in your intestines, which gives you the feeling of nausea if there is a lot of toxicity, and inflames your intestines and gives you diarrhea. Now, women know if they are pregnant and they have morning nausea, it is because they are low on plasma. They are low on water and minerals. It's not normal thing, as doctors always reply. Oh, you have morning, well, it's normal, you are pregnant. It's not normal. So just drink more water and sea salt. Now, once when you are cleansing, since all these three organs are being involved, here you can expect the changes. So if your eyes start tearing, your snot comes out, your phlegm builds up, you start coughing, you feel sick, you get diarrhea, your muscles start aching, you get fever, you say, wow, I'm having flu. You go to see doctor asks you for symptoms. Oh yeah, definitely flu. Poof. We don't have nothing against virus because this is virus. To prevent secondary problems, here is antibiotic. Antibiotic we know doesn't work on virus. But miracle, you take some antibiotic and your symptoms start diminishing. Why is this so? Because the symptoms that you had were symptoms of blood cleansing. No virus involved. It's blood cleansing. Well, even if virus, same thing. But these are symptoms of cleansing of the blood. All these organs which cleanse blood are involved. Even increased temperature, because with it, body speeds up the chemical reactions and basically diminishes the amount of toxins it has to eliminate. Now, when you take antibiotic is very strong poison. It closes cellular absorption. If it closes absorption, it will close cellular elimination of toxins. Usually, when you have such a strong, sudden blood toxicity, and that creates these symptoms, this means that your cellular structure, your cells, have released toxins. This you didn't just take. If you take this toxicity with the food, it will affect basically only your digestive system. But if this is toxicity, it's coming on all levels, then this is a cellular cleansing, because nothing pollutes blood more than once when cells release toxins, because cells accumulate huge amount of toxicity. And if you take antibiotic or some medicinal strong remedy, garlic, shot of whiskey, you are going to stop cellular absorption and at the same time cellular cleansing. And within 8 to 12 hours, the blood starts getting cleaner because it continues cleansing, but cells do not release any more toxicity, and your symptoms start fading away. So you think, wow, great, oof, now I'm better, now I'm fine. Well, you feel better, but your toxicity on a cellular level remains, and it will continue build up. And next time you will have effect of cleansing will be stronger and stronger, until all of a sudden you start getting symptoms of malfunctioning, which we call symptoms of disease. So it is absolutely necessary not suppress this cleansing action, but actually work with it and help it. So when you feel flu coming, bundle yourself up. Drink a lot of, not liquids, water, especially water with sea salt. You can even warm it up a little bit, just to create more heat in your body. Bundle up, breathe within, so you keep this heat, you warm up to burn as much toxicity as you can. You break in sweat, you expulse a lot of toxins, and you feel better. Let toxins out. This is your natural body's healing mechanism. Every time you take a pill or medicinal remedy to suppress it, you are stopping this healing autopilot and creating more problems for yourself in the future. Now, you have learned a couple things here. You have learned that salt and water, especially sea salt. Why sea salt? Because it has all the minerals that are encountered in our plasma, all the minerals that we have on this planet. So body will keep those minerals that it needs and eliminate those that it does not need. If we are very low on minerals, just to be able to survive and for the current, electrical current to flow, the cleansing organs, including kidneys, will not be releasing toxic elements, because, as I have mentioned, everything what is in the blood is cation. It's always positively charged. And the body uses it, in this case, also as electric transmitter, conductor. So drinking distilled water and not having minerals and having toxic blood, well, water increases, but electrolytes are low, even though there are toxins. Body will keep them, eliminating the water so it can better adjust the conductive value of the plasma. And you will be urinating pure water. Some health experts go so far as saying that, oh, drink your urine. Your urine, this is perfect. This is distilled water. Only idiot can say, I mean, just look at the color. Okay? If it's colored full, there is stuff in it. It cannot be distilled. But the reasoning, thinking, this is something very, very far from our mind, because we are discouraged of thinking all the time. Simple logic, simple observation, but knowledge is necessary to understand the body, how it works. Doesn't matter what disease you have. Kidneys, we are being told kidneys are holding mineral salts, and this way you have more salt, you will start retaining more water. Pure nonsense. Just make experiment yourself. Taste your urine, you'll see it's bitter. Then drink some water with salt, or eat some salt, but you have to drink water because you have to help your body. And when you urinate, try again. Shit, it is salty as hell. So of course kidney has absolutely no problem eliminating salt. So we are being sold bill of goods, and we never even bother trying and testing it for ourselves. We just have this blind belief in the God that is on cathedra telling us nonsense. The cleansing of the body has always two levels. When you start drinking water with sea salt, first you are raising the plasma of the external liquids. So basically you have more blood. Now you have enough water, so your cleansing organ starts cleansing the blood. As the blood gets cleaner, and it can be within 3 weeks, it can be clean enough that your cells start hydrating. And they hydrate, and as soon as they have enough water, they start shooting toxins out. One little tissue shoots out toxins, the blood gets so polluted that all other cells stop absorbing. But not only this, now blood is as polluted as it was never before. So what happens, and since this usually happens at night when there is more energy for cellular activity of cleansing, you may wake up in the middle of the night, but usually happens early morning, like 4 o'clock, and you wake up in sweat, with tachycardia, with feeling of anxiety, hyperoxidation, hyperventilation. You get scared out of your mind, of course. But all this, just think about it. All this is your body's autopilot, giving directions to your body what to do in a situation of high blood toxicity. So what it does, it gives the order to speed up the blood circulation so the cleansing can be done faster, which means your heart rate increases. When heart rate increases, your blood pressure increases. Since it's a lot of toxicity, a lot of cellular action, oxygen is needed, so you start hyperventilating. Because it's not normal. Now you go in a fear. So these are all natural reactions of your body. But if you understand your body and you are prepared for it, then you don't have anxiety. You know, you wake up and, okay, you check your heart rate, pumps like crazy, your blood pressure is up. Okay, first thing, water and sea salt. Help the body, give it more water, let it cleanse out. After it cleanses out, you will see that within 2-3 hours, sometimes even faster, all the symptoms start diminishing, go down. As blood becomes cleaner, you feel better and better and better. If you understand what was going on, you are not scared, so you relax and everything is fine. But if you don't know, you are scared, you are still hyperventilating, you are going out of your mind, you're running to a doctor checks you out. Shit, you need this medication and this medication. We have to slow down your heart, we have to lower blood pressure. All wrong things working against your body, against your autopilot. learn the truth, help your body, work with it. There are many symptoms which occur during the cleansing which could scare you. This is why it's good to work. If you are very toxic, if you are sickly, if you are on medication, ask for help of someone who went through this process. If you don't know, contact me. So this way I can prepare you for things. I can lead you through it so you are not afraid and you know, okay, this happened, okay, this is to be expected for this and this reason. Don't worry about it. Okay, this is it for today. I hope that this video is going to help you and benefit you in many ways. Don't be afraid of water and sea salt, but sea salt has to be natural, without iodine, and no bleached, because it needs magnesium. And natural, fresh sea salt is packed with magnesium. Thank you for listening. Love you all. See you next time. Bye.